What is up, everybody? It's a new show called NAIA Sports Talk, but we're not new. It's the same buzzer beater dudes. But what we've decided to do is do a generic sports talk for the NAIA type of podcast. And say buzzer beater for maybe just the postseason. And I guess it's more about just kind of branding the different sections of the season. Also, we'll talk more different sports than just basketball on this. But for the next couple of months, it's really going to be all men and women's basketball. And that's kind of the identity. But we'll move into track and field, some baseball news. We'll bring in other guys that really know what they're talking about in those other sports. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So NAIA Sports Talk, tell everybody to come over and listen and talk with us. I think we're on Twitter and YouTube, at least the live parts of it. But we will put this all over our socials. Anywhere that you can find Champion Sports Network, you should be able to find this show. And we're just trying to weigh in and bring awareness to the NAIA as a league for collegiate student athletes. And these guys need your love. They need some support. And here's my pitch all around. I tell you, if you really want pure sports, you want to watch student athletes that have real high character, coaches that have high character, schools, institutions that really mean what they say. That's the NAIA for you. It's really focused on building character, high character. Even though sports does that, there is just an extra implementation from the initiative of NAIA schools and the coaches that they hire. So if you've forgotten, I'm John Cookman, and my partner in crime over to my right in the podcast room here is, and this is a bit of a new studio for us, not terribly new, a year and a half old, I guess, but James Lex,
yeah,
he is on the 1 and 2s, as we used to call it back in the days, mixing it up and switching. And of course, we got a great intern with us, Daniel Burton, and glad to have Daniel. He'll be researching and bringing in some of the graphics and some of the data for us as we talk. All right, so that's what this is all about, and let's just kind of get to it. You ready, James?
Let's go.
You got anything to say?
Let's get to this.
Let's get it going.
Numbers,
I
man.
like it. I like it. All right, so let's go into. Let me before we do the go into, just one quick note.
All right.
The plan is to go live a couple times a week. So like a Monday and a Wednesday. And if not, hopefully it's at least 2 times a week. We want to be consistent. Monday and Wednesday feels the best. If you guys think it's better on another day, be sure to weigh in on the comments and talk to us. But with that in mind, we're going to talk about the games that have been played recently. So now that we're in 2026, we will do a little review of last year, the 2025 part of the season. But the important part is now we're in conference play. We really want to talk about the 2026 and what's going on. So today we'll talk a little bit about last week's games and then a lot about what's about to come up this week. All right. So let's start off with last week. We had some real good games. James, do you have a favorite game that happened last week? Don't pick from our list that
okay.
There was a few other games that happened that we're not going to put in this list.
Well,
They're for certain reasons.
my favorite was that Mount Vernon Naz game. Because that may be in the list, but that was my favorite because Mount Vernon Nazarene's scary in the Crossroads.
Well, that's one in our top 5.
That's my favorite.
What was it? Freed Cumberland?
Freed. How's that not our top 5? That was a top 3.
There's a reason. Our top 5 had to be within 5 points, and they had to have a pretty high CSRI. So the average between the two teams had to get to a certain level on the CSRI. So CSRI is our ranking system, the Champion Sports ranking system we use. We'll get into that a little later. But so there were 5 games that came out that were within 5 points. But you're right. I mean, those were really good games. Freed-Hardeman and Cumberland's 2 top-rated teams. But Freed-Hardeman is so good, man. They just
I'm surprised that wasn't tighter, to be honest. I mean, those two know each other so well. You think they'd find a way to just kind of keep it close at the end of the game, last 5 minutes, and that'll be a 12-point win for the Lions.
It is my belief that was the first time they played this year. So it might be different the second time around. I'm sure Cumberland's thinks it will be. All right, but let's talk about I had a favorite. The College of the Ozarks beat Nelson. And
what a crazy game.
That was an insane double overtime game. And actually how that one didn't get in the list, I guess the CSRI for average rank was not the high. So, but 2 50-point scorers, one for each team. Andrew Dalton for the Bobcats of College of Ozarks hit 50, and Micah Clark for Nelson hit 50. That was an insane game. If you haven't seen it, just go check it out. At least like maybe the overtimes or right before it went to overtime, Nelson had to come back, and somehow it was insane. It was magical. It was everything that you would want in like a buzzer beater type game. So that was interesting. But let's get to our top favorite games, or not favorite, but very close but high CSRIs. So LSU Shreveport played little school new to, I guess, the NAIA and to the Red River Conference. North American was up the whole game, and LSUS comes back to keep that upset from happening. It was 84-81, highest of the week in the average CSRI. So North American is pretty good. They're not going to. Not many people will see them. I don't think they have a ton of media, and they're actually a pretty good team that can upset. So there are some teams in the Red River that can do some damage, although LSUA, very top, LSUS, right there at the top. Those are like the 2 best teams in that conference. But North American trying to do some upset damage, and that I don't think that would have been a absolute fluke win, although I think it would have appeared to be. Anyway, that was number 1 on the list because the average CSRI was 78.36. Again, we'll discuss what the CSRI is a little later. The second game, Mount Marty, Northwestern. If you don't know, if you didn't watch or you haven't seen the score, like just think to yourself, who won that game and what was the score?
Mount Marty Northwestern?
Yeah. Do you know?
No, I don't.
You didn't? What? You don't know? Come on.
I mean, if you
are you looking through?
Is
that what we're looking at?
I'm trying to see where they're at here on the Saturday's rundown. But I mean, Mount Marty should lose by, I don't know, pretty good, pretty healthy amount.
9 or 10, probably.
Yeah,
I think so. If you use the Champion Sports .network, if you go there, you can use the gauge. So, and you can pit 2 teams against each other. Yeah. I think that it would have been significant favor for Northwestern. They lost. Northwestern lost.
To Mount Marty?
To Mount Marty. And they just kind of survived. They just kept being there, and then they won it at the end. They won it by 5, though, James.
That's 2 possessions.
So that was the second top rank under 5 point differential. And, of course, Northwestern's pretty high in the ranking system. Mount Marty, not so much, but they knocked them off. Huge loss for Northwestern.
And they've got just probably the best two-headed monster in the country. It's just crazy that it's Mount Marty. Morningside. I can see that.
Yeah,
I mean, we know how good Morningside is every year. They're one of the best basketball teams in the country. Usually top 15.
Yeah. Okay.
It is what it is.
They are this year. They're very good. Yeah. I think they're very good, but I know they think they're very good every year.
That's fair. We'll give you that one. Yeah, you're right.
So it is going to be interesting. GPAC, I don't think they are one of the best conferences in basketball and men's basketball. I think they're a mid-tier conference. Okay.
All right. Let's just go ahead and
rip the Band-Aid off.
Another.
But they are pretty dense with the same qualitative teams.
Yeah.
So
very close.
I guess I shouldn't be totally shocked Mount Marty beats Northwestern. The thing that is a little shocking to me, and I go back and forth because I think Northwestern has two of the best players in the country on the same team. It was like a week ago, maybe a little more, that I could be a little bit wrong. You could fact check me on this. I don't think I'm far off. I think they had two 30-point averagers.
Yeah, if it's 29, 28 points a game, if not, I mean, it's high 20s.
No, I believe it was 30 each. And those guys are ridiculously good as players.
And efficient.
Yeah, they are. Well,
it's not like the coach gives them 30 shots a game each, right?
Yeah.
They're
we'll talk about them in a little bit later. But
they're good. But not good enough to beat Mount Marty.
Well, so I think there's some vulnerability there. If you lean in and it's only two guys, they can get you at least 60 points a game. But if you don't have a team full of role players and they're not fulfilling their role every time, then I think it gets a little tough. So that potentially, I'm going to throw that there, potentially is a negative more than a positive. It sounds cool. You got two 30-point scores. They are awesome as players, but how does that affect the team overall? So we're going to keep our eye on Northwestern. That's just a school that has historic high-tier sports all the way around. They're just very good at everything they do. So got a great coach. They're the type of team that might lose to Mount Marty, but could be in the Final Four. So it's crazy.
It is true.
They're good. They're just good. So I'm not going to doubt them too much.
In their conference.
It happens.
That's crazy. I mean, they almost have a losing record.
I mean, this was a weird week too, this past week, because like I said, Nelson top in their conference in the Sooner, they lose. Langston was tied as top in the Sooner. They lost by 1 to Oklahoma City. I think Oklahoma City's a lot better than anybody gives them credit for. And, some just weird losses for top tier teams. And, it just happened to Northwestern as well. So, all right. The third one is Friends Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oklahoma Wesleyan squeaked this one out. Like, Friends was ranked higher in the CSPI and in the CSRI. But Donnie Bostwick, when it comes down, he's always got his team overperforming, especially defensive. Wasn't a high-scoring affair, although it's 71-70. They did what they had to do to get the win. And if it's close, if it's at all close at the end, I think the edge always goes to a Donnie Bostwick team. They're just really good.
There's a reason that man has won so many games. He gets that team to play.
Yep. So that was a 1-point margin, a third highest CSR average between the two teams. So that's why they get in the list. And then you talked about this one, which was probably the best one of them all, was Mount Vernon Nazarene beating Bethel. So 89-88. Is not just close, not just a high CSR average. That was an upset. But I've heard other guys talk about.
Wait, you said Mount Vernon beat Bethel?
No, I'm sorry, Bethel. Yeah. I did say that.
Almost.
I did.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
They almost.
I was getting a little bit ahead in my thought, and then I just said it. There's a lot of people that think Mount Vernon is really good, and they are prone to knock some of these top teams off in the Crossroads. Man. So they're scary. They're the scary team in the Crossroads. And
they're a team you do not want to play in the tournament if they get in. Like
you don't want that one shot got to be against Mount Vernon. So it'll be interesting to see how really well they do. Yeah, can you bring up that?
He's got the Crossroads. Okay, yeah. They're 11-6 over 3-4 in their conference, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're just the really scary team. Like a lot of times it's Huntington that's the really scary team right there in the middle, but man, can they make a run. So keep your eye on Mount Vernon. Of course, everybody's got their eye on Bethel. They're just ridiculously good always.
Mount Vernon, since January started, their games have been Grace, Indiana Wesleyan, and Bethel.
Oh,
Happy New Year to you.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Good luck.
Yeah, and so they got more of the rest of the conference to play. Yeah. Grace, I'm sorry to everybody else when you're in the conference with Grace, but Bethel, I think that's coming up this week, right? Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
So.
All right. And then the fifth game that was a kind of a really neat one to watch was Kansas Wesleyan and Bethel in Kansas. So,
Another Bethel.
Another Bethel, yeah.
Bethels.
There's like three significant Bethels in the NAIA. So Bethel wins 72-68. And very, very interesting game. I think Kansas Wesleyan may be a little better than that. And so I'm not sure why they lost. Man, they got a big guy that is ridiculously good. He is, I think, at the end of all this, he will be in some talks for being maybe the player of the year. I don't know if he will be the player of the year, but I think he may deserve to be at least mentioned in that category. So that's another fun one. I know we got to go. We got to keep going. All right. How does so if we're looking at all these games, we're in the middle of the conference play, right?
Yep.
So just kind of in the middle. A lot of these conferences are round robin conferences, so they have to play each team twice. That's something to be interested in. Yep. What is the team you don't want to see the second time? I think we said in Crossroads, it's Mount Vernon. Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the conferences then.
Okay.
How do the conferences rank up?
I mean, I'm gonna have to say Mid-South just off the top of my head. Like
as the conference,
there aren't many teams. They're like maybe 6-7 teams, but they're
arguably
good.
Freed-Hardeman could arguably be
a bad team in that
the number one team in the nation. I mean, it's Grace and them, so it's like 1A, 1B, really. Yeah,
it really is.
Freed's terribly good.
But I think they've got B 1, 2, 3, and 4 in that conference. Like, man, I don't. You want to play Georgetown in the tournament?
I don't.
A 14-4 Georgetown.
Cumberland's.
Campbellsville. I think they've got a big game coming up against Freed this week, if I recall. I mean, we'll see Campbellsville. They're 6th in their conference, 14-3. What other conference has a team with only 3 losses at 6th?
It's a good case.
I know. There's a little bit of a smaller conference, more whatever. That's impressive. Like, that's impressive top to bottom. Even though, again, they're just really getting in their conference play here.
I wonder, is there going to be an argument to that they fluffed up their pre-conference schedule?
But Freed and Cumberland's, I mean, competitive game.
Yeah. I know Freed doesn't really fluff up their conference. I don't know. I promise I haven't looked at the Campbellsville. So that was just an interjective thought to say, what if they did?
No, people are going to ask. I think it's a fair question to ask. Man, look at that.
But they've only played 2 games.
The worst team is 8-8. That's your worst team. I don't want to play any of those teams.
I get it, but they've only played 2. So those overalls are going to suffer here in the near future because they got to play each other twice. So I do get it. I do think that Mid-South is strong. I don't know if I'm putting them at number 1. Matter of fact, I know I'm not putting them at number 1. Not yet. I mean,
I know KCAC's a little on the up, but yeah, I don't know if I have a bona fide number 1.
I think I'm going Crossroads.
But if you go fair, hard. It's hard to go wrong with any kind of power rankings of conferences and put Crossroads at the top. It's pretty in men's basketball. It's really hard to.
Yeah, I mean, you can go down. We went down. How deep was Mount Vernon? Like they were 6.
6, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you stick Mount Vernon in a lot of other conferences. They're probably top 3, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody wants to play them.
We haven't even talked about Taylor yet, but probably will.
Yeah, right. Taylor's having a great season. So I think I'm going to go Crossroads number 1. Mid-South, I'll go with your argument for the second best conference.
Yeah, top 2. I accept that.
What if I throw the Sun at you as number 3?
The Sun.
They have a really good top to bottom kind of concept there. Maria, they're supposed to be ridiculous right now. Everybody,
we'll find out. Yep. We're gonna find out.
Well, they're 5 games deep into their conference.
But I looked 6 teams deep. Coastal Georgia 7-9 overall. I don't know.
But hey, click on that Maria for us real quick, and let's see who they have lost to. Who'd they lose to? Keep scrolling.
Yep. Okay.
That red L.
Northwestern. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Put up 105. That's a loss.
That's
John.
a big
beat.
That is a. That was neutral place.
Kingsport, Tennessee. So
yeah, Northwestern did really well. So they're going to have a strong argument for the GPAC. They're saying, why aren't you talking about GPAC? And because I think all those GPAC teams
the 6th place team in the GPAC right now is beating up on what's this Av Maria right here.
Is Northwestern 6th?
Yeah, they're 5-5 in their conference. They're getting
holy mackerel.
Yeah, no. So you want to talk about GPAC as a top team?
Yeah, I did. I didn't have GPAC very high, to be honest with you, but we're going to have to
point blowout.
We're going to have to look at that. Like the analytics part doesn't flesh that out. All right, go back to Sun overall conference, and you got Kaiser,
Florida Memorial,
Southeastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not the Florida
1, 2, 3, bottom
2-3 years ago.
4. Yeah, they're
I know
not
they can get hot
though.
Like they got that fire in them. But speaking of fire, Southeastern top 3, they could be scary. 15-2.
Yeah, you know what?
That whole athletic program's a little on the rise at the moment. So I'm just biased a little high.
We'll have to see how this conference really plays out. Yeah. But I think I'm going to put the Sun down in the lower part of the top 10.
Okay.
Probably stick them down in 8.
Okay.
And then you mentioned these guys a little earlier.
Yeah.
Kansas Collegiate.
KCAC. I mean, you have the team, Oklahoma Wesleyan, made it to the national championship game last year. They're back.
Yeah.
14-2.
Yeah.
They can win close games.
One of the top players in the nation.
The ability to win close games might be the most important quality in an NAIA school. When you have that 64-team tournament and the way they do the top 16, just kind of back-to-back days, like you got to win close games. And they've done it 2 years now. They obviously didn't win the championship.
Yeah.
But lost to a really good College of Idaho team. But no, they. But look down, Friends, 13-3. I mean, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams already in double-digit wins, and we're in early January. Like. This conference might be, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's going to be brutal I mean, 5? I think they get 5 teams to the tournament. I think it's possible. I mean, I think they got at least 3 last year.
It's a little early to talk like that, but I could see 4. Man. I could definitely see 4. There's a strong case being made for 4. There's a lot of games to play. I mean,
wasn't it like 2 years ago they let 4 in and it was like Evangel at like the 16 seed and then they went all the way to like the Elite Eight or
8,
something like
yeah.
not the Great Eight, whatever they have to call it. But
Mhm,
and they're 11-5 now. Not too shabby.
yeah.
KCAC doesn't look. It's gigantic conference too. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, it is.
that's a brutal schedule.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
I don't know
4,
that
5,
anybody
6,
really
7,
wants to
8,
play
9,
in the
10,
KCAC.
14
Good
teams.
Yep.
Also weird. Oklahoma Wesleyan.
So maybe we push
Yeah.
KCAC up to number 3.
Okay, so the recap: number 1 is
Crossroads, Mid-South, let's
and
say
KCAC. Okay.
KCAC. And then, man, what do you think about going north for the Frontier Conference?
The Frontier.
Yeah.
Pull up Frontier. Let me see Frontier.
Bellevue just took a tough loss,
Ooh.
but they're good.
Man, I was actually thinking more south in the Sooner, but this is impressive right here. Like the total body of work right now.
I mean, Montana Tech's always just
it's
look
true.
at that. Now, they don't have a ton of
Love that
non-conference great teams to
No,
play. If
they
they go over
don't.
to
A
the
lot of-
Cascade, they'll get some good action there. But if you have
Cascade's kind
to,
of down this year, I think they're a little down.
they might be a little down. They might be a little bit down.
But
I don't know.
give me.
I'm a tease. Hopefully on Wednesday we're going to get one of the voices of the
Yeah.
Cascade, the Cascade
Yeah.
Hoops. He should come and enlighten us why the Cascade should be ranked number 1, maybe.
It's going to be interesting. Bellevue here in Frontier. I mean, they've been a North Star team. Like this is the first time they're kind of melding those two together. And
Yeah.
Carroll, is Carroll back and for real? Like, are they here?
Yeah.
12-4, 10-1 in a super conference now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I'm crazy if Carroll's back.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Montana Tech's good. I think they're going to rise a little bit. They'll probably get back up close.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's weird seeing them 5th in that conference. That's really odd. That's like seeing Alabama at 5th in the SEC, and
I don't know. It's still a lot of games to play, right? We're doing some really early prognostication here.
Yeah,
and they could because they took North Star in. They could be one of those teams that could get 3 or 4. I mean, conferences.
Yeah,
that could get 3 or 4 teams.
I think 3 is reasonable for that.
Yep. But
I mean, okay, like generally 20 wins get you in roughly, and they've got 5 teams with 14 wins already.
All right, so we're trying to name the top 5 conferences. Are they a top 5 conference?
Submitted.
So we got 3. We got let's see, Crossroads, Mid-South, and KCAC.
And Frontier.
You think Frontier's top 5?
I think so. I think so.
I'm not ready to put them right there. They might be 6. Here, let's talk about another one, like going all the way on the other side of the United States.
Okay.
Southern states.
We're done.
Come on.
Are we serious?
Just because you don't know who's in the southern states.
Are we serious right now?
Yeah.
This is a
top.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
Bruton Parker.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, we've been watching Bruton Parker upset team after team or get close to. And Life getting ranked by the coaches. I think they're the next poll comes out.
I love Leonard Epps. Like, he's a great coach. He is on the come up like no other.
No.
He's one of the great ones. He's going to be, I think we're going to talk about Leonard Epps as one of the great ones in NAIA. Give him another 10 years, be legendary.
Give him 3 years. The way he's gotten that team.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, I do. But
William Carey's really good.
He's beat the teams here. Like, he has beat them. Not like, you got lucky on a little half-court shot at the end of the...
No, they're earning it.
Yeah, they are.
And that is one of those
13-3.
Team efforts. Like, they got a great team.
And that's usually indicative of good coaching, which is good for indicating how good your postseason run can be.
Yeah. Life has been ranked. They're one of the probably like the most recognized team. They've been quite a few times to the national tournament. Done some real damage.
Click on Life right there. Let me see. I want to say they're on a little bit of a cold streak at the moment.
Oh, for sure.
Down. Let me see.
Well, I don't think they're performing as well as people thought they
beat
would.
Freed Hardeman.
The one that was early.
Yeah, but it's November. I mean,
that's early.
Man,
that's early.
I know.
Got to throw those out.
Still,
I mean, good win. I'm not
That's a-
saying
that's
take
a
away the win.
great
I'm just
win.
saying right now, when
keep going down. Let's see the last couple
recency
games.
bias should play in, right? We
Yeah,
got to like look
fair
at the
enough,
last 3 to
but-
5 games. So things happen in November, and they just happen.
Keep
And
going down.
I'm not going to hold
Yeah,
that against
just lost.
Freed.
And then Dalton State. That's who I was trying to think of.
It is impressive that Life had the ability to win. I think that's what kind of gave everybody like, oh yeah, Life needs to be there in the coaches poll at least.
They're
they got
top
a lot
20
of
now at the moment.
Yeah,
Also,
I don't think they should be, but
Which whoops.
So this is why you play the games, right? And you just got to figure it out. Is that coaches poll?
Yeah, this is the coaches poll. Yeah, Life was at 18, right ahead of Montana Tech, who we were like, those two might be.
I think
sinking
Life
a bit.
is not even top 25.
Yeah, at this point, not after that.
We have seen at least enough evidence to say that. That's not saying they're not good. They're
Sure.
they're not top 25.
They're not.
Especially CSRI. Let's see.
But Dalton State. Go back to those standings for the. Yeah, Dalton State 10-5. You beat Freed Hardeman and lose to a team that's 10-5. Like it's just it's hard to figure out how good are you really.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
If I want to put you in the top 25, team that's 67% winning percentage, But as going back to your argument, the entire conference, the Southern States Athletic Conference, a team like Loyola won the whole national tournament like not that long ago, and they're down at 7, I think. Yeah, 7. Beneath that, it's like gets a little rough. Honestly, surprised Tennessee Southern is so low. They were hot recently, but Life will get to rebound hopefully for them against Blue Mountain, playing a lower team in the conference. But then
I am trying to find. I know I'm missing it because I'm like frantically looking.
Okay.
So I'm missing all the fine print, but I'm trying to find Life in the CSRI top 100.
They may not be like statistically. So we were talking about this just on our own, like teams that are like statistically good versus ones that you're just like, oh yeah, they're a video game, right?
Yeah.
There are some that
okay, so in today's CSRI, the Champion Sports Ranking Index, Bruton Parker, number 1 in the Southern States, is 53.
53. So overall in the country, according to CSRI, 53.
So Life is in 73. Yeah, I don't think we can put Southern States in top 5. So we're looking for the top 5. That's kind of what the mission is right now.
Stay in the South.
If you guys got anything to weigh in on who your top 5 conferences are. So right now, Crossroads, Mid-South, Kansas, Collegiate, KCAC.
Yep.
That's 3. We're looking for number 4 right now. I don't think it's Frontier. Don't think it's Southern States. Could it be Sooner?
I was going to say, let's keep it in the South. Let's look at the Sooner.
All right. CSRI says Sooners' highest ranked team is 29. That's Nelson. You go down a little bit, you find Langston. That's a round robin conference. So they're just going to beat the snot out of each other.
This is the problem, right? Like, because the best team has 2 losses and there's 3 of them, right? Yeah. But the bottom team has a win.
Yeah,
right?
look there. No College of the team. Ozarks just beat double overtime the top team, which was Nelson at the time. Yeah. And
Central Christian beat or almost beat Oklahoma City.
After Oklahoma City beat Langston.
So is the conference just bad? Everyone beats each other up?
No.
How do you?
No, we know because we know Langston's really good. No one in the country really wants to play Langston, let's be honest. No one really wants to play Nelson. Nope. I think Nelson has arguably Player of the Year in Micah Clark. Oklahoma City, very underrated. Very underrated.
Apparently.
But the CSRI doesn't, while they call them the most dense conference, individually they don't rank them super high. So,
oh man, like Wayland's down there at 6.
Yeah, I mean John Brown. I think John Brown's got they got a 7-4 guy, man, that can really rim protect.
Yeah.
I don't know. College of the Ozarks, I kind of get it why they would be low, because they can hang a lot of points on you, but they're a 3-point shooting team, right? Best 3-point shooting team in the nation.
You get cold and you're gone.
Yeah.
You
go cold one and you're just not going to win.
No.
So
sometimes that's just how it is. You roll up in the gym and you go to shoot and the ball rattles around and you're not. That's why they're.
I don't think I could put Sooner at 4. Let's see if we can see any other.
I mean, you still have 6 teams and double-digit wins already. So, like, let's. MacU won it. I mean, I guess it was 10 years ago now. They won the national tournament.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Texas Wesleyan also won it about.
Anybody can win in a
ago.
one game. I mean, I'm talking about the top
Nelson almost got
40, 30.
Can
win one game.
I guess we could put this in the historically good top 5, but maybe not top 5 this year.
I might be willing to put Sooner at 5, but I got to find the 4 first. Is it GPAC?
Frontier and Sooner. Oh, GPAC.
I don't know. Go to GPAC real quick again.
There's a case, John. There's a case.
It's a lot of overall losses.
It is, but man,
I don't think they played cupcakes either.
I don't think they did. I mean, clearly.
Briarcliff.
Well, was it Northwestern?
I don't know, man.
They lost to Ave Maria? Is that what we said earlier?
No, they beat
Ave
Maria.
Ave Maria. That's right. They beat them.
Pretty early, though.
No,
that was at a neutral site.
Hardeman, right?
Yeah.
So
that's a little ridiculous triangle right there.
Right.
It's a brain teaser. All right. So I am not willing to put GPAC in top 5. Are you?
Not
Anybody out there watching? Are you willing to put GPAC in top 5?
Here's why you can't. Look at the 3rd and 4th place teams: 9-8, 7-9. No,
that's tough.
No.
Well, that's overall though.
Can't do it. Still,
I mean, Dort's 10-9.
Yeah. 7.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm trying to find a way to do it. I can't do it.
Nah.
Heart of America.
Ooh.
Let's look at those guys.
And we did lock in KCAC at 3, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's that's such a big conference. They're deep.
I know. This one is the super of super conferences. 4, 5.
Graceland just overperforming this year. They are good.
Yeah.
Undefeated in the heart.
William Penn's another one of those athletic programs as a whole that's a little on the up and up right now. So, man. Baker.
Mobap.
How's Baker 7-9? That's not even possible.
I don't know. No, they don't look like a top 5 to me.
Not really. We might just have to put them there, not like you haven't earned it.
Well, that would take us back to Frontier or Southern States. So, I'm gonna go with the numbers. I'm gonna just go with the numbers and say Frontier gets 4, Sooner gets 5, Southern States gets 6, GPAC gets 7. So I was just doing the top 5.
You're going to put the GPAC at 7?
Yeah.
Underneath the Bruton Parker-led Southern States?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're the Southern States and GPAC are very even. You can flip those around. Neither one are top 5. Okay, so anybody arguing for Great Southwest? Is there any argument there? I mean, Hope is going to be good.
Yeah, let me see Great Southwest.
The unexpected Benedictine Mesa, they're showing up.
Nah.
They're showing up 17-1, bro.
They have.
They lost the Hope.
I'm not sure they're real though. I mean, some of their wins.
Okay, everybody was on the high horse for Arizona Christian. I'll be honest with you, I was too. I thought the acquisition of one of the Goodline brothers, Drew Goodline, I really love his game. I was on that train, man. I thought Arizona they were going to be top 5 all year, and they've kind of let us down a little bit.
But that was last year. It's 2026.
Yep.
And they have 4 losses already. They've had some questionable wins. I'm not as high on them. And
click on them real quick. Let's see who they've lost to. Arizona Christian.
I mean, 5th team in there, Embry-Riddle 9-8. I mean, I'm not ready to put them in the top 5 of all.
Okay, Georgetown. Okay,
fair.
legit loss.
Hey, yeah,
legit loss. Okay.
Because we had Mid-South at second or first. Or second.
Georgetown's just
College of Idaho by 2.
Benedictine.
Okay, but College of Idaho by 2. College of Idaho is not last year's College of Idaho, like where they are a top 3 team all season long. Like they won by 2, like barely. Nelson University, Arizona.
Okay, that's an let's see.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
Get it right. NCCAA.
Yeah, that's an NCCAA team.
Yeah.
That is super dangerous, by the way. Nelson AIC.
Sure. But you lost to an NCCAA team.
Hey, check this stat out. All
right.
They were the closest to beating the number 1 Grace this year.
Who does the scheduling for them?
72-70.
We'll take Grace and Arizona Christian, please. And apparently at least split.
Wow.
Indiana Wesleyan by 4. That's actually Huntington by 11. Ugh.
Yeah. Sometimes that's why you got to throw out
that was in Arizona too. Huntington. Oh no, Huntington came and beat them in Arizona.
So did.
Presumably Indiana Wesleyan did too. There, I don't have the exact. But still, you can't let them go across the country.
Okay, hold up. I see the storyline now. Like, wow. So Goodline goes to AIC. Huntington, the former College of Drew Goodline, they come out and play. They had nothing but that's a grudge match, bro.
Carroll.
That is a grudge match.
That 15-point win against Carroll is why they're still getting respect. I guarantee you, because that Carroll team does not look bad, and they beat them. But again, Carroll traveled, right? How do you let Huntington travel and knock your brains out? That's weird.
Grudge match. I'm just telling you. There's more to that story than that little
apparently,
line, that little L there.
Yeah, because all the rest of the losses are pretty close. That one is the biggest.
If anybody's got
keep
any
going down
info
that list,
on that one, that would be fun to know.
Keep scrolling down. Let's see, that's
no losses.
We got La Sierra, Life Pacific. All right. We're all right.
You got Benedictine coming up in a couple games.
That'll be fun. And kind of into the
and maybe by then, maybe you'll be a believer in Benedictine.
Maybe they've warmed up and they get the win, and
I think Benedictine's good. So
they get their rematch against Hope.
They got good numbers.
The Hope game on 12th. That'll be good.
All right. So
all right, but yeah, not top 5.
You're not putting Great Southwest there.
No.
River States, no. American Midwest, no. The Independent,
Let me see
no.
Cascade real quick. I think that's probably the last contender. Man. It's top 5, right? Like we're trying to say top 5. It's a good conference.
I can't see anybody else.
It's a good conference, aside from Walla Walla.
Hearts.
It's a good conference. Walla Walla.
Then you got Cascade. I mean, we didn't really talk about Cascade. So could they be?
Yeah, that's
top
what
5?
I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but could they be? I don't think so. I'm not going.
I can't do Sooner under Cascade, and I don't think I can do Frontier underneath. Again, Lewis Clark State, a team that has made it to the finals recently, but College of Idaho. But
there you go. All right. So I think we beat that horse down.
Yeah,
but it is kind of important to know how you rank those conferences, because that will go into how you really feel about the teams that are the top tier teams or the mid tier teams that could be on the bubble come into February, right? Yeah. So really we need to know right now, are these conferences good? And how good are these conferences? Yeah. That would be the best way to say it. All right. So top 5. Do you remember?
Yeah, we said number 1 overall.
Crossroads.
It was Crossroads. Second was Mid-South.
Yep.
KCAC.
Yep.
Frontier, and then Sooner.
I flipped it.
We flipped it. Okay, yeah. I know
so
those were
I put Sooner on 4.
Yeah.
And Frontier on 5.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All
right. Well,
we will revisit at the end of January.
It might change. It might all change. So, but that's what I think right now. I think those are the most densely populated and talented conferences.
If we see some more, we do this show, we start seeing some more losses from the Sooner, like those top teams, I think I might have to, we'll have to drop them. And Frontier gets a couple. The top teams stay at the top? Like,
yeah.
I know we're talking depth, but like, I also kind of want to see, like, if you want to say we're the best, you got to have a team, an anchor team at the top.
Yeah.
That you got to make that litmus test.
All right.
And
So
see if
that's
they
kind
win.
of the
See if they
theme
win.
of today's conversation is talk a little bit about the team, some of the games that were played last week, some of those close games that were upset, but really get a firm grasp on conference play. And that's what we really, in this particular episode, wanted to solidify. Top 5 conferences and those teams that are playing in there. It's just a headache to play in those conferences, right? Real quick before we go, let's talk about maybe 5 or 6 top players who could be in the running right now. This is early, I get it, but who do you think? Who do you have as the number 1 player out there in the running for the being the big guy, the player of the year?
Am I cheating if I say that they may have to share that title with 2 players from the same team?
No, I don't think that's the case. But I think you could easily, and I think I would make the argument, the guy that is the leader in this player of the year conversation is Ben Cowsbeek. Hopefully I said that right.
He's leading the country in scoring, so that's pretty.
That guy is ridiculous.
And almost and leading and rebounding too, I think.
I don't know if he's leading in rebound, but he is a double machine. So he's basically 30 points. I'm rounding.
There
but
we go.
Basically
29.1 right now, 12.4 rebounds.
So almost 30 points a game and 12 rebounds a game. Wow. He's a big guy. You know, he dominates the
It
paint.
almost ends the conversation right there. Like it's just real tough to.
And then his partner is Langsy, who's averaging
only.
Yeah, they're the top 2 scorers in the nation. They play a lot of minutes. I mean, they get theirs because they can.
Yeah,
but I'm probably not putting Langsy in the conversation, but Ben Cowsbeek for sure. I think Deion Wesson from Williams Baptist. That guy's crazy good. Crazy good.
Freak athlete.
Yep. Another name I don't know that a lot of people have put out there is Reese from Philander Smith.
No, but apparently you do not want to be trying to get a rebound from him because you will not be getting very many. 13.5 rebound.
He's very dominant. I think if he just gets a little more putback energy going, his points are going to go up, and if he can really, get that up.
He's only averaging 23.5. So I mean,
if he can get it, but I'm just saying you got to beat Ben Cowsbeek, right? So
a lot of years he's probably
he is the guy.
Right?
Yep.
You got a guy doing 30 and 12 a night.
The other thing is, I tell you what, Daniel, can you go and let's look at Philander Smith. Let's see. Go to one of the conference pages that you were on, and Gulf. Is it Gulf?
Gulf Coast Athletic or HBCU?
Now it's HBCU.
Yeah,
they're number 1.
Yeah,
you got to make a case for Reese. We got to make a strong case for Reese. So he's up there. It's Van Cowsbeek and Reese, and then go back to the leaders again.
Wow. I mean, I don't know how it's not going to be.
Mr. Black from Graceland.
Yeah, I looked that up. He's only got like 20 shots or something. They're not like filtering.
They're not filtering those out.
Nah, like you know what is it? It's like
a
certain amount per game.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he could have just hopped in though. Yeah, but we need to have a minimum.
Yeah, there needs to be. You're right. You need at least 5 threes per game or 4s or something like that.
We know Micah Clark. I think he's got to be in it.
Yeah, he's 13 of 20.
He just needs to. He's capable of rebounding. I think he needs to get in that double average.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd be too hard for him to do. Although he's got a couple guys around him that do all the rebounding work, so it might be. It could be tough.
On that, Daniel, hit on the conference, hit the drop down, go to Sooner. Just see what. Yeah, so he's third in conference at the moment, but barely third.
Yeah.
Wow. Ahmad leading in points. He's the guy in Sooner right now.
And they're a little scary. Science and Arts of Oklahoma.
Yeah. But this kind of goes to your, like, look at MacU, two players, top 5 and 3-point. Like, that's the depth in a conference. You got one team that's good at threes, one that can rebound, and et cetera.
Yeah. I think the two contenders right now, Reese and Van Kalsbeek.
Yeah.
So other guys are going to have to earn it. So they have the bar up there.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. That's a lot of fun to keep your eye on, like these top players. And like you said, Northwestern's super interesting because they have two really top players.
Yeah.
So weigh in if you guys are interested and you have an opinion on best players. Maybe it's someone that had to not play in. I know that was the case with Micah Clark last year. He didn't play at all in the front half of the season. Came in kind of late and then just was disturbingly good. And that's where we really saw him, like, that he was a D1 transfer to Nelson, I believe.
D1.
Northern Alabama. I think that's a D1 program.
D2
and it showed out. Like he was an instant hit.
And he just scored 50 points in a game. Double overtime, fair enough.
He's
But
capable.
still.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah.
Not everyone can hit 50, even if you give them an extra 10 minutes.
So there could be some guys that we haven't seen yet, like they haven't played enough games. Yeah. But so if you guys are NAIA fans out there, and maybe you have someone on your favorite team that needs to be represented in the conversation, make sure you make that case. And I'm just looking through the show notes.
No, I'm looking through, see if we got any.
All right, so let's real quick to end this off let's talk about the CSRI. So we have been working hard for years to try to figure out, how do you predict a winner? How do you know when a team is going to consistently produce? And so here's the tough thing. In the way college works is there's just one game, right? Especially in playoffs. It's just one game. Anybody can win one game. And a lot of times it's a matchup kind of check. And if you weren't ready for that matchup, and you get beat, then it looks like, well, as the history books go, that team was better than you. When in reality, maybe they were only better than you that day. I'm kind of looking more for who would win best out of 3, right? Mm-hmm. What team is out there that's best out of 3? So definitely, I think the Grace and Freed, Hardeman, are the two standouts that you go, you don't want to play these guys for a best of 3. They're going to win the first 2 every time.
Yeah.
So we worked on our algorithm over the off season of basketball and really tried to figure this thing out. We consulted a lot of AI, all different kinds of.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. And we went into quantum computing mode. And we think we came out with a good algorithm that really knew how to interpret strength of schedule, had the appropriate recency bias, knew how to kick out fluff games. So all of that took a long time, many hundreds of hours to kind of figure this out. We do think we have a good formula for it. But I will tell you that it's a little scary once you get past like the top 5.
Okay.
And I'm just going to be transparent. And my thoughts, and I would argue with the AIs on this, and we could not get them because we know a lot about the Southern tier. I mean, we've been following a lot of NAIA. We try to get in the know on the teams, but it's impossible to see them all. They just don't have the media to really back it up. So we can't see them all. So there's not a lot of eye tests. So we have to use a lot of data, right?
Right.
So, and then you have to use some opinions. Well, the coaches poll, I don't think is a good indicator. I think it's an okay indicator. It's not a great indicator. And they're trying to get better. They're trying to do the ARC stuff, and they're trying to find, the RPI is a joke, really. So we got to get all the information in and then calculate all the information and let the weights begin to go play ping pong with each other and then spit it out. So I was get back to what was a little scary to me is I know how good Langston is.
Yeah.
The other thing you can't calculate is how good is your coach.
See, I almost said them because they feel like a team that would be really, really tough to beat.
Well, the reason we say that is because the competitive adage of defense wins championships, right? Oh, yeah. Well, nobody plays defense better than Langston. Nobody. Not even Oklahoma Wesleyan, who's known for great defense. Nobody plays better defense than a Chris Wright team. That's just what they do. But they are struggling so much offensively this year that and I know how good they are, and I know how scary they are. Nobody really wants to play them because that is going to be a very hard game for 40 minutes. Yeah. So you go, okay, here's a benchmark. Here we know defense wins championships. Defense puts you in to win any game that you can if your defense is that good. Well, I could never get the large language models to really agree with me on that, and they were always pushing Langston down. And I
like how far?
I
top 10?
No. Like I know the coaches, but I could never get them above 30. And 30? And I know it sounds like I'm trying to force the issue, but I'm not really. I'm arguing with these AI models, and each one, the big three, definitely had the same opinion. They kept saying Langston's too vulnerable. And this was about a week and a half ago, and they're too vulnerable to be scored on and beat. And I'm like, I don't believe it. Well, right after we really solidified, okay, this is where we want to be in the algorithm, Langston has to play Oklahoma City. And then,
you know how that turned out.
And then they lost. Yeah. And then, the AIs are like, ha, we were right. You were wrong. And I'm like,
can't be taking over yet. We still have a couple years for AGI, right?
So usually, AIs will get compliant after a lot of arguing. They'll just give you what you want. Not in this case. They just never would. And they also said that Nelson was a little vulnerable, which we're seeing a really good offense team and a really good defense.
Athletic Conference is what I'm hearing.
It would look like that. But they both took losses in their argument. So we're still trying to figure out, is this meaningful or not? And then we're trying to use eye test. Well, we get a lot of eyes on Sooner Athletic Conference. So we do kind of use them as benchmark. And so when you're thinking about, okay, we know the greatness, we know these guys can coach, we know that these teams are for real. Why doesn't it work? So, and AI is just going to be honest. They're not going to be that biased. So they're just going to say, hey, here it is. So you can look at the CSPI and just go sheer data, but the CSRI actually does 52% strength of schedule and how the performance actually worked out. So if you beat a really bad team by 4, well, then it's going to take you as suspect. You need to be beating the teams. If the CSPI says, the performance index says you're this much better and you don't perform that way, well, then the CSRI will come back and ding you for that. And so these good defensive teams need to put up more numbers is really what's happening. So if you average 88 points per game, and then you come up and you score, 70,
Right.
it's going to ding you. And if you barely win against a team that's kind of down the list and below top 100, and you only beat them by 1 or 2, then it's keeping up with all that.
Yeah.
And it is starting to throw out old games like the Freed Ave Maria. They're really not going to count that against them because they've won so much and done what they're supposed to do. So we are going by the CSRI here, not as much the coaches poll. We'll still have it. It's on the website. So if you guys want to take a look at all the numbers, it's been aggregated, and you can see how the formula works, but you can see the sheer raw data. Be sure to go to cspi.championsports.network. And yep, you can see right there. You will see all the performance index stuff. What you will not see is all the underneath stuff on the CSRI, and we haven't rolled out a page that gives the CSRI as the weighted numbers goes, but pretty soon we'll at least have the list of rank pretty soon. And we'll put that up as an Excel file so you can see it. But here are the top teams. Grace, Freed Hardeman, in order. Bethel of Indiana, so Crossroads.
Okay.
Kaiser, number 4, which I think a lot of people are probably surprised. Benedictine out of Arizona, so the Mesa. Benedictine Mesa. Ave Maria. Pikeville.
Huh.
They're very good. Appalachian, or Appalachian, as you say.
Hey.
How do you guys say it? All right. Taylor, Crossroads.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Taylor's not
Number
in the
8.
top 10 on the. Oh, there's 16 on CSPI.
Well, they play in such a hard schedule. William Carey, Graceland, number 10.
Graceland, I see that. Wow,
Okay.
they're not,
I think some people would be ready to
they're
fight.
number 10 in
against that one.
CSRI, but they're not top 20 in C. Oh, no, they're 13.
They're
There they
13.
are. They're 13. Yeah. Not that far. Okay.
Yeah. They're very good. Columbia, another Heart, right? LSU Shreveport. They get rated higher than Alexandria. That's hard to live with, man.
I don't know, man.
But they see something. And so
And these are
keep an
computers,
eye.
right? This is all just computers, right? There's no.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
No coach poll influence. No,
so when you say computers, be careful how you
know,
define that, because these are. It's looking at all the data.
I should
The
say
strength
it's
of
not
schedule. It's looking at everything, but it's actually doing the measuring, and there's not some biased RPI with a built-in baseline. Like, it is saying, it is just checking the numbers against the numbers all the way through. So it knows how to do that. And we think we've got it all weighted out right. So we'll see. We'll see. And right now we're trying to run last year's numbers in the new system to see how well it did. But we'll let you know. Let's see, I stopped at Shreveport at 12, Southeastern of Florida, 13, Indiana Wesleyan, 14. I think that loss, it shouldn't have hurt them, but it may have dropped them one. Williams Baptist at 15, Hope International at 16, Georgetown at 17, Cumberland's at 18. And yeah, you're looking at the CSPI on your screen, but I'm reading the CSRI, the actual rank. This is just a performance index. It does take 48% of the weight is from the page you're looking at, but it's not going to line up exactly. So Georgetown at 17, Cumberland's at 18, Georgia Gwinnett at 19.
We haven't brought them up.
No, we haven't. Nice gym, by the way.
Very
Northwestern at 20.
interesting.
I don't hate that.
No, I don't, but no Oklahoma Wesleyan.
Friends at 21.
We're in the championship game.
But here's a shocker. Here's a shocker.
2 losses.
And Coach Bostwick's going to hate this, but they're really a 21. They're 21. They got a loss coming to them. It's going to happen. But we already set the stage. They play in a very tough conference.
They do, but yeah, it's astonishing.
It's
the nice way to put.
Yeah, they're not going to end quite as well as maybe they did in the last couple years.
Gets to the game, comes back this year, leads what we said is the third best conference, and you're like, not even the best CSRI.
Yep. Eastern Oregon's 23, Indiana Tech 24. Montana Tech 25.
So there's your Northwestern kind of teams. They're in that, which is what we said. It's a little bit down for those.
So pretty soon we'll post, and this will change once a week. We will get it to change once a week because we'll update all the new numbers on Monday mornings, and it could change every day, literally, but that wouldn't make any sense to do it every day. So we'll change it every Monday morning, and you'll be able to peek in and see what the rank index is.
Yeah, be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how it evolves over the upcoming season.
It'll be better than the coaches poll, I assure you.
What isn't? Anyway,
you had to say it. All right, guys. So this is men's basketball talk on the NAIA Sports Talk news show that we're doing here at Champion Sports. Feel free to tell us everything that we got wrong, and or if you agree, So we got a few ways you could talk to us. Obviously, you could do it on Twitter, YouTube. You get in the comments, in the chat, whatever. But we also have a Discord. So if you guys like Discord and you want to just really talk it up on the Discord, we love Discord.
Yeah.
We'll talk it up. So look for us. Do a search for Champion Sports Network, and we'll accept you. Or James, can you get a link available? An invite link? Yeah. And let's get sports talk going, man. Yeah. Everybody needs to be talking about the NAIA, especially with all the corruption in the big collegiate sports. They're it's pro. Like, it's just I can't take anything serious anymore in D1. NAIA is where to be, man. It's the purest of collegiate sports competition. It is so much fun.
It's the last paradise of true college sports.
And there's just every reason to follow these wonderful student athletes, man. These guys, they're working on so much more than game. Yeah. And the big game of life is really being worked on.
Coaches too.
Yeah. Love this league. Yeah. Gotta watch. Gotta love this. So support your guys. All right. Until Wednesday. That's it for NAIA Sports Talk. Hit us up. Have a good evening.